Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another week at school. How are you today? How are you feeling today? Have you had a lovely weekend? I certainly have. I really hope that you had some fun in the sun. Do let me know what you got up to over the weekend. And I thought in today's assembly that we would just have a gentle update session today about some things that are coming up. Certainly from next week that I wanted to talk to you about. I told your parents a little bit about some changes that were happening, just small changes from next Monday. So I thought I'd talk to you about them today. So to help me, we're going to have a look again at our calendar for June and have a look at some of the things which may be altering and changing a little bit, just so that you feel clear about what's happening. So I'll turn my camera around and have a look on our calendar. Here we go. Right, so there we go. There was our lovely bee picture. And we'll be coming back to bees later in the week because I asked Ethan in year 5, actually he said to me, Mrs. Scarterfield, I've been thoroughly enjoying your assemblies this week. And I said, Ethan, I've still got more things on bees that I'd like to share. Do you think we could do another 1 or 2 assemblies on bees? And he said, yes. I think we're all still really interested in that. So that is coming up. And here is the month of June. And I wanted us to look particularly, this is where we are now, Monday the 14th. That was last week. So we're on our second week after half term. So next Monday, we have got a few different things happening. So you can see there, it says summer with some love hearts. Then it says year group bubbles. And then it says music. So I'm going to explain what all of those things mean. So I'll turn back. There we go. So the first thing, which is a happy thing, is that June the 21st, which is next Monday, is the very first official day of summer. So we'll be looking at the season, which is changing again into summer. From spring, we'll be looking at summer in our assemblies next week. So if there's anything you'd like to know or find out about, then do let me know. The second part on the 21st is that from next Monday, we're making a little change in terms of your bubbles. So you know that bubbles, at the moment you are working in class bubbles, and that's one of the things that we've done to keep people safe during the coronavirus pandemic. Now, from next Monday, from June the 21st, we are going to, for playtimes and lunchtimes, join the 2 classes in your year group together as one year group bubble. Now, that's going to be a really good thing, and it's a small step towards getting a little bit more back to normal. So what will that mean? Well, there are lots of good things about it. It will mean at playtimes from next Monday, you will be able to play with people from the other class in your year group. So if you have some really good friends next door in the other class in year 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 or 6, you will be able to catch up with them and play together at playtimes. It will also mean, and this is a really good thing, that from next Monday, we will be able to use the school hall again for our lunch times, and you will be able to have a beautiful, scrumptious, hot meal cooked by Mrs. Sutcliffe and her team in the dining hall from next Monday. And I think that's a great thing. I know we've got used to it, but I think it's been tricky staying all day in your classrooms and eating your lunch in the classroom. So I think that will be very, very nice. And we'll set the hall up so that both of the classes from your year group will be sitting together, and they will be away from anybody else in the hall, so you wouldn't be contacts of any other year group. So what do you have to look forward to? Well, if you already have a school lunch, that's great. You will just go back to choosing your hot meals from next week that you're going to have in the hall. If you're on sandwiches, now might be the time to think, do I want to change to school dinners so that I can enjoy a lovely home-cooked hot lunch in the hall at lunchtimes through until summer? Now, I'll be sending your parents the menus out, but just to whet your appetite, just to get you thinking about this, I'll go through what Mrs. Sutcliffe has put together as the menu for next week. Okay, so this is from Monday. See if this sounds up your street, see if you think you'd like it. So on Monday, it is ham and cheese panini and chips and beans. Or cheese and tomato panini and chips and beans. Well, I love a panini. Panini and chips sounds like a perfect lunch on a Monday to me. On Tuesday, it's meatballs and pasta or a jacket potato. And Mrs. Sutcliffe's going to cook and bake, some of her delicious crunchy biscuits for dessert. I forgot to say, on Monday, pudding. It's my favourite, Arctic roll. On a hot day, a lovely, cool, refreshing Arctic roll for pudding. How lovely. On Wednesday, it's cottage pie, which is topped with mashed potato, which I really like, or it's corn mince and Yorkshire pudding. And Mrs. Sutcliffe is making a chocolate chip sponge with chocolate custard for pudding on Wednesday. Oh, I think I'm going to have to swap to school lunches from next week. These just sound so delicious. On Thursday, it's a choice between fish fingers and chips or cheese flan and chips. Now, if you've had school lunches before, you'll remember Mrs. Sutcliffe's cheese flan. It melts in the mouth. It is delicious. And I know it's always really popular with you too. So that's Thursday. And for pudding, jelly and whipped cream, fruit jelly and whipped cream. Another delicious pudding from Mrs. Sutcliffe and her team. And then on Friday, it's chicken tikka. We always enjoy that with naan bread and mint sauce or a jacket potato. And again, Mrs. Sutcliffe has put on a lovely pudding. It's a lemon muffin. That sounds really nice and refreshing for summer. So that's just the first week. I won't go through all the menu details for the following week, but they do include this one I'm so excited about. I think this is my favourite of all of Mrs. Sutcliffe's cooking that she does. The week after that, it's chicken pie. It's been such a long time since I've had Mrs. Sutcliffe's chicken pie. I absolutely can't wait. There's baked fish and chips. That's always lovely. There's pizza and sausage and mash as well. So talk to your parents at home if you are currently on sandwiches and you would like to move to school dinners from next week, because that is absolutely something that you can do. So there we go. Won't it be lovely to be back in the hall? It will also mean, children, that because you're together as a year group, so we've got a little bit more time in our playgrounds, you will be able to have a longer time playing out at lunchtime from next Monday. And I think you all really deserve that because you've done so well during this year when things have been tricky. So yeah, that's lots of things to look forward to. It also said music, didn't it? Now, I need to tell you something. One of my dreams and my wishes is that children in Northowram Primary School, in the Northowram Primary School family, have the opportunity to learn to play a musical instrument, whether it's the piano or the guitar or the drums or the flute or the clarinet or the violin. I could go on and on and on. And I'm going to be sending details out next week of how you can have music lessons in school. Now, we've got a few children who do this. At the moment, we've got Eliza and we've got Ralph who are learning to play the piano, and they have a music lesson every Monday. And it's during school time. They just go out and have their music lesson. And I really, really am hoping that more of us will take the opportunity to learn to play a musical instrument. And people from the music school come in, they're all musicians, and they teach you. So I can't offer this to everybody because there isn't enough room in the hall. But because these bubbles are joining, next Monday, if you are in year 4 or year 5, we will be coming together first thing in the morning for a special session with the music service in the hall. And they will be coming to show you all of the different instruments and even doing a performance for us to let you know the range of instruments that you can play. Now, for everybody else, I'll write to your parents and let you know more information about this because I think it's so important. But that's something else that's really lovely to look forward to, certainly if you're in year 4 or 5 for next Monday. So lots of lovely things happening. The other two things I wanted to tell you were, because I had some children asking me about this last week. If you are in nursery reception 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, I need to let you know, like I told your parents on Friday, that we are not mixing the classes up this year. All right. So if that was something that you were worried about, you need to not worry about it. It's been a funny old year, hasn't it? And you have had some disruption, you've had some time at home, and you haven't really had a full year in your classes with the people that you are with. So next year, you will move forward into the next year group and stay in the same classes. You'll have a different teacher, but you will be in the same class with the people that you are with now. So I think that's absolutely the right thing to do. And so there's nothing to worry about. You're not going to be having to choose friends or anything to muddle up the classes again. We're not doing that this year. Now we've got a few teachers leaving this year, and I'm happy to tell you that we have found some really lovely, talented new teachers who will be joining Northowram Primary School family from next year. So you may end up with a teacher who's new to our school, which is very exciting, just as exciting as if you go into a class with a teacher that you already know. So it won't be too long before I'll be able to explain which class will be having which teacher. And then into July, when the month turns again from June into July, we will have a morning like we've done before, where you move with your class and you meet your new teacher and you spend the morning together, so that by the time you get to the summer holidays, you feel really happy and comfortable about what will happen after the long summer holidays. So there you go. A few updates from me around what's to come. I also notice on my calendar that we have sports days coming up right at the end of June and into July. So every year group, all the way from nursery to year 6, will have either a morning or an afternoon sports day. Mr. Greenwood is organising these for you. And at the moment, we're not going to have any spectators, so but just be us. So mums and dads, because of COVID, etc., won't be able to come and watch, but we will still have a really lovely time and have all those races and events that we usually do. So that's another lovely thing to be looking forward to at the end of this month. So June, the month of things to look forward to, I think. Talk to your parents about school dinners. I don't know how you can resist chocolate chip pudding and chocolate custard, or Arctic roll, or chicken pie, or sausage and mash, or paninis, or what else? All those different things that are on the menu for next week. So if you'd like to move from sandwiches to school dinners, do talk to your parents and they can get in touch with us and we can make that happen. So one more week with eating lunches in your classes, and then we'll move back to going in the school hall, which is something I'm really looking forward to. There we go. It's a Good News Monday. If you have any good news, please do share it with your teachers and me when you see me round and about. I always like to hear about the good things that are happening in your lives. So have a really, really nice Monday, everybody. And I'm going to sign off by saying something that I heard a parent say to their child when they were dropping off. And Arthur and Peony, it was your mum. And she said something very similar to this. She said, work hard, be kind. And I thought, what a lovely thing to say to you and to say to your son or daughter before you drop them off. So I say that to you all, with thanks to Arthur's mum. Work hard, be kind. Those are the two things that I need from you this week and always. Have a lovely day, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.